right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learned the truth from. Shalom. To our sincere Akim, pushing this word and truth in his sincerity. May peace and blessings be upon your households. And shalom to you, Akwaf, who listen and tune in as well. And in this lesson, I want to go into this article that I came across. And the title of it is The Brutal Ways Yahweh Shai's Disciples Died. Okay, it says, sweet Jeebus, for the title. But his true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Okay. So, this article is going into, how, the disciples of Yahweh Shai were put to death. And, what made me meditate on this, was the fact that, we are coming into those times where there's going to be a great insurrection, a great persecution on those that prescribe to the truth, those that fear Yahweh Bashim El Shai. Okay? And, we have to always keep this, in the forefront of our mind, that we could possibly lose our lives for this truth. It's already written in prophecy that some are going to have to lose their lives for this word. And, I was listening to Elder Apostle Gabar's lesson. Slaki, I forgot the title, but he was going in, touching on IURC and how they don't prepare their men for what's to come. They haven't put it in the minds of their men on what they're truly a part of. You see, because when you come into this truth, like it says in Sirach 2:1, you got to prepare your soul for temptation. All right, because there's going to be a lot of temptations that come our way. And, the mark of the beast, the MOTB, is going to be that ultimate temptation. It's going to be that ultimate test on those who truly believe in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai and those who was just faking the funk. Okay, because when your life is on the line, that's a whole different ball game. This is why it's important to pray that Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, doesn't remove the Rakah Kodash from you, the Holy Spirit, man. Because that's the only thing that's going to get us through all the hell to come. Because these Edomites is big mad, all right? And they're going to come down with that great wrath, as it says in Revelations 12:12. Okay, they're going to come seeking blood, all right? And that's the truth, So let's go ahead and get into this article, and, we'll get precepts along the way, and Lord willing, this be edifying. Okay, and it reads, The brutal ways Yahweh Shai's disciples died. We all know that Yahweh Shai Mashiach was crucified, all right, which was a very gruesome death. Okay, he was beaten beyond recognition, Salakia. He was spat on. Okay, he was stabbed in the sides. He had nails, nailed through his hands. Okay, we're not talking about no little wood carpenter nails. We're talking about, those old, big Roman nails that they would use were nailed through his hands. Okay, and the scriptures say the servant is not greater than his master. All right. But what happened to his disciples, most of them traveled long distances to spread the gospel and died doing it. And what do you see, the men of Yahweh Shema Shai doing now, starting, all the way from, all the way back to Abba Bivens up until now. Different men that are able to travel, they're traveling, preaching his word, teaching his truth. Some of them in quite gruesome ways. Okay, gruesome. When you think of gruesome, you think of horror. Horror films, the way people begin deleted. All right, and these devils are planning. All right, what do you think these concentration camps for? These devils are plotting and planning to torture those that believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Most of Yahweh Shai's disciples became saints. In some Christian churches, they were canonized after dying as martyrs. Okay, so some of us are going to be martyrs for this truth. That's just is written in the story. But how did they pass away? Click through this gallery and learn more about the brutal ways Yahweh Shai's disciples died. Okay, so we're not gonna read this whole thing because it would just take a lot of time, but we'll get a few. All right, just to give you the idea of what you're a part of. Okay, now this is not to say this is gonna happen to every single believer, because that's not written. But there are going to be some that are put to death for this truth. There are going to be some that are thrown in concentration camps, and have things done to them. But guess what? The elect are going to be delivered no matter the situation. Okay, and that's the faith that you got to have. All right. Peter, the apostle, was infamously crucified upside down in Rome circa 64 CE. Okay, so Paul was crucified upside down. All right. And that's not an easy way to go. Okay. Reading on, Peter, it is believed that Peter was crucified this way because he refused to die like Yahweh Shai. You may also I don't want to read that. Peter, the upside down position likely made blood rush to his head, potentially leading to brain hemorrhages. All right, so that's gruesome, man. And that's the lengths that Esau Edom is gonna go to get rid of the prophets. All right, so it's very important that you know and understand that you got to know and understand what you're a part of. All right, the scriptures say don't be ignorant in anything great or small. You can't. You got to know that these devils are going to go all out to try to stop this truth. All right, let's go ahead and grab Amos 5:10, and it reads, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate." All right, when you go into the word rebuke, it means to correct. You see, this is why this word is catching so much, it's catching so much kickback, so to speak, is because people hate being corrected. People hate being told, the truth. They hate being told where they're going off. And soon people are going to get tired, of hearing this word, okay, getting tired of being corrected to the point where they're going to want to lay hands on you because you believe in this truth, because you believe in this word, including family members. Don't be surprised, if some of your family members might show up to your home, okay, or wherever you live, seeking to do you something, man. Okay? And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Okay, we speak uprightly. We speak according to Yahweh Shema Shai. You think Yahweh Shai was put to death because he was walking around, saying he loved everybody? that makes no sense, man. Okay, you think the disciples of Yahweh Shai were put to death in the ways they were put to death because they were speaking a feel-good message? No, they were speaking the same things Yahweh Shimon Shai was telling them to speak. All right? And that's the same thing we're doing now. We're coming in the same spirit, okay, teaching the same things. So you have to expect, some of those similar, those similar actions being taken against us. Okay, Judas Iscariot, it turns out the betrayal of Yahweh Shai was too much to handle, and Judas ended up taking his own life. Okay, he committed suicide, which is against the scriptures. But nevertheless, that was a part, that was a part of the scriptures. Judas Iscariot hanged himself. There's actually a very graphic description of the disciples' death in the Bible. Okay, Judas Iscariot, Acts 1:18 reads, with the payment he received for his wickedness, Judas bought a field. There he fell headlong. His body burst open and all his intestines spilled out. All right. So, that was the payment that he received for, betraying Yahweh Shai. Okay, Andrew, unlike Yahweh Shai, Andrew was not nailed to a cross. Instead, he was tied to one. This might not sound as cruel as being nailed, but in fact, it prolongs suffering. Okay? So this is what, these devils are going to come with. Okay? They're going to come in that same spirit. Esau Edom, he's known as the cruel one. All right? That's the spirit that Yahweh Shimon Shai gave him. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab Isaiah 29 and 21, and it reads, they make a man an offender for a word. They lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. All right, and this is what these elites are preparing. This is what these elites are planning to lay snares. All right. This is why they coming with that slander campaign. We're anti-Shemitism and all these lies, man. But that's how Esau Edom get down, man. He can't battle. He can't battle the spirit, so he gonna get carnal. He's gonna come for blood. So he's gonna lay all sorts of snares. For those of us who believe in this truth. They're terrorists. They're against America. All right. They're the treasonous. If you don't know what treason is, look it up. These are the snares and the things that Esau Edom is going to come with. And turn aside the just for a thing of not. Okay? That, those Israelites, they aren't saying anything. They don't mean anything. They aren't important. This truth has reached into the gates of the nobles. And they're going to do something about it. All right, you can't be twiddling your thumbs and feet, thinking that these elites, these devils are just gonna sit back and let us continue to believe in this truth and teach it. That's not the truth, okay? That's fairy tales, man. You want to be rocked to sleep and fed lies and fairy tales. Go back to Christianity, man. Go to IUIC, all right? Where they trying to build up in this society, man. This place is getting ready to be destroyed. These devils are about to come with the great wrath. Okay, some of us are going to be rounded up for this truth, all right? And that's the truth because it's in the scriptures. Okay, So let's go back to the article, see if we can get a little bit more. Okay, Andrew, it is estimated that Andrew was in agony for 2 days and 2 nights until he finally passed away. So he was tied to a cross, okay, and he was in agony for 2 days and 2 nights, man. All right. And these devils got all type of torture tactics. Okay, you know, these troops, you know, these FBI agents. Okay, these people are highly trained in torture tactics, man. And you better believe they're gonna be using them up in those concentration camps. All right. Now, this is not to push out a spirit of fear of what these devils can do. It's just to prepare your mind, okay? Because the scriptures tell you not to fear those which can hurt their body, man. Okay, we aren't to fear what these devils got planned for us. It's just to prepare our minds that we can possibly, you know, take place in some of these type of events. Okay, for this truth. Okay, Matthew, although there are a few different versions of how Matthew died, the most common one points to him being stabbed to death. Okay, Matthew, this is indeed a painful and potential slow death, depending on whether the disciple died from organ failure or blood loss. Right? So you get the point. You know, this is not a fairy tale. This is not Christianity, all right? Or everyone holds hands and walks into the kingdom. No, the scriptures tell you got to walk in the straight gate, okay? And in that straight gate, it's gonna be all sorts of things thrown your way. Okay, walking that straight gate. Okay, let's go back and get into the scriptures. All right, this is Luke 21:11, and it reads, "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places." Okay, we seeing that. Okay, earthquakes all over the place, and famines. That famine is here. The famine is here. It's just not, you know, it's just not being televised. But the famine is here, and pestilences and fearful sights and great signs shall be from heaven. Okay, all these blood moons and you know these different signs in the heavens. Okay, we're seeing those things. Luke 21:12, and it reads, "But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you." All right, and we're coming into that time. We coming into that time. You can feel that spirit. Okay, especially after the Kyrie Irving Kanye West deal. All right, that demonic spirit raising up against this truth. All right, and you better believe these elites is ready they ready to spill blood. Okay, they ready to come down on those who believe in this truth. They're already preparing and setting the table. Okay, but they're still gonna lose. Doesn't matter what they do, man. You can't stop the truth. And persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons. All right, so some of us are going to be cast into prisons. Okay, it's going to, you know, some of us going to be in uncomfortable situations, man. All right, and I can tell you, if you've never been to prison or jail, you don't want to go. All right, I'm just speaking from experience. But the scriptures say some of us are going to be cast in there, man. Okay, but the Lord is going to, you know, put the spirit on us if we be of the elect to be able to handle these things. You know, we have to spend you know, a month or two in prison. All right, an angel may come in and break you out, man. That could be your trial. Okay? Being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Okay, the name. Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Not Jesus Christ. Okay, not Yah. Or all these fake titles. Okay? It's gonna be for the name Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. Why do you think a lot of these groups aren't coming in that name? Okay, you come in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Shai, man. Them demons start gunning for you. Okay, and a lot of these groups know that. Okay, wanted on that one. Let's grab Revelations. We'll start at Revelations 12:4, and it reads, "And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai." Okay, so some of the believers are going to be beheaded. You know, and this could turn a lot of people off to this truth. Okay, wanting to be true followers of Yahweh Bahashim Shai, man. All right, but it's written. You know, these are things that have to be talked about because it is written, man. You can't. The scriptures speak about going up another way. There is no other way to get to the kingdom, to get everlasting peace and rest. We got to go through that straight gate, man. All right, it's gonna be worth it, no matter what we may have to go through. Okay, even if you on the chopping block of a guillotine, it's still gonna be worth it, man. And for the word of the Most High, okay, for this word, man, that's what it boils down to. This word, this gospel, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image. Okay, and that's the spirit that we coming in, not, not bowing down to the system, not being partakers in the so-called New World Order. The Satan's kingdom. Neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. All right? This is what you're supposed to be telling your congregation. Not to take the MOT to the B. Okay, and warning them about it. You don't see a lot of these so-called leaders telling their congregation not to take the MOT to the B. You see them saying the opposite. Okay? So a lot of these leaders going to lead you Israelites into this New World Order. And they lived and reigned with Yahushua HaMashiach 1,000 years. All right? So this is going to be that reward for not bowing down to the beast. Okay, you're going to be able to reign with Yahushua for 1,000 years, man. Okay? Be in rulership with Yahushua, man. That's heavy. You know? This is going to be that reward. All right? But I just wanted to go into, this article, just to something to meditate on, because we're coming into those times, man. And this is very spiritual that this article, was put out. I believe it was put out a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. It was put out a week ago on Microsoft News. All right. So with that, we'll go ahead and end this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next time, Shalom.